If you're learning how to trade in 2026, then this video is going to be essential for you. I'm going to be teaching you how to backtest, what to track when backtesting, and where to backtest. So we'll get straight into it now. I'll move my fucking head over here. First of all, you're going to need to be backtesting something. So assuming you've either got a strategy or you're trying to find a strategy, you're going to need to be tracking something for there to be a whole point of backtesting. Whether you're tracking variables of a strategy or you have a set strategy, which you're just testing a pair, for instance. So for me, this is all I tracked, and this is all a lot of people I know tracked when finding their strategy. Or for like me, I had a strategy set. I was just testing the pair and learning the strategy. That's my whole reason for backtesting. So this is what we're going to be tracking. The day, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The date, obviously valid for the month. Session, so London or New York. Pair, we're just going to be backtesting one pair on this, but whatever pair, you might be backtesting two pairs at once. Position, so whether you're long or short. Win or loss, and the R gained. Comments, so comments, whether it's a news close, whatnot. Total R. I won't be doing that this one, but you want to be checking news as well. If news affects your strategy, which it probably will, you want to be checking news for that day. I'm not going to be doing that now because that is so long. But yeah, so we're going to be checking the day, the date, the session, the pair, position. By the way, this is on Google Docs, so this is for free. This is how to backtest for free as well, by the way, because Google Docs is free and the FX replay is free, unless obviously like you can get a free version. So this is what we're going to be tracking, and then this is how to actually get it. So you're going to come onto FX replay or whatever backtesting software you want to use. Me, FX replay, because you can use it for free at the start, and then obviously you're going to want to pay because you're going to want to backtest years, and this doesn't let you backtest years on the free version. So I'm literally just going to backtest a week for you, just to show you how to backtest and how to journal, just to get you started really. So we'll just do this test. 100k, boom, assets. Let's do Euro USD. We'll take that there. Let's just choose, I don't know, let's go fucking last month, first week of last month till now. It doesn't really matter because it's only going to give you a month of data. So do that, boom, FX replay, which is exactly the same as TradingView. Obviously, if you have no idea of any of these words, go and watch my other video, which will explain all of this stuff. But now we're going to teach you how to backtest. So we'll start off by marking out your session times. For me, Asian session is midnight to 8 a.m. London session 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. For Forex. This is my session times. So for my strategy, I'll go off previous session sweeps. So London session now, we've just swept Asian session lows, so I'll be looking for buys right now. Oh my God, I almost forgot. I need to get my indicator for my strategy. Boom, this one. Right, so I've had my sweep. Then for my strategy, I'd be waiting for our first candle in line with our bias. First candle in line with our bias, I'd be waiting for our fake out. We get our fake out straight away, so I'm just waiting for a breaker structure to the upside. Like, none of this will have to mean anything to you. Obviously, if you want to learn this strat, then this is the strat. But I'm just purely showing you how to backtest and what to track and how to track. And this is probably the easiest way, or definitely the easiest way, especially with this strategy. So I've just gone through, I'm not going to put this in the clip because there's no point putting in not trading, but my strategy didn't play out there, so I'd be waiting again. So boom, previous session sweep, London low here. We are bullish as well, so this is perfect. We got the sweep, then this is going to come down. Now we faked out, so now I'm just waiting for a breaker structure to the upside, which we get just here. Then I'll just be dragging the fib from the high of the sweep to the low, low of the sweep to the high after the breaker structure. Entry on the 618 here. Stop loss at the 1.025. Targeting a fixed free risk to reward. This is my fully mech strategy, by the way. As price moves up, we're extending the fib, extending the entries, extending the take profits. So boom, right at entry now. I can't set price limits on this because it's the free version, but what I will do is I'll just put a buy in here. So down here you see the buy. If you've got the paid version, then you can do the limits, which is what I actually use. So buy right there, drag the stop loss to the stop loss, drag the take profit to the take profit. And then you just play price out. And as you see there, straight to stop loss. So what day is this? Monday, the 2nd of March. So you come in here, Monday, 02/03/2024, 2026, session, New York, pair, Euro/USD. Position, we were long, we lost, -1R, total minus 1R. And it's as simple as that. So then we'll go through to the next day now. All right, so coming into the London session of the next day now, same scenario. You know what, fuck it, I'm actually going to show you how I find my bias for the mech strategy, because I can, right? So mech, we're looking for the most recent 4-hour breaker structure, so to the downside, so we're bearish. So that means that coming into the London session, I'm only marking out Asian session high, which is right here. So I wouldn't even be interested in a previous session low sweep. By the way, you want to make sure that you're doing years of backtesting, because trust me, as someone who would only do a couple months of backtesting, try a strategy, not even just proving the strategy works, because most strategies do work. It is proving it to yourself, because trust me, if you've only backtested 3 months of data, then 1 month into the strat, you hit a horrendous losing streak, you are going to switch. You need to see the years of data. You need to see that these losing streaks are normal and they have played out. But yeah, so I am waiting for a previous session high sweep. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So coming into New York, marking out London session highs right here. Waiting for a sweep of these. And past later trade time, so move to the next day. You see how I'm not forcing any trades. If it doesn't line up to my strategy, I'm not just going to take it. Like, you need to follow it exactly as you're going to be following it live markets. Obviously, like, this is the easiest place to follow your rules. So you want to make sure that, you know, if you're breaking rules on backtesting, then you're doomed, mate. You're fucking doomed. But we'll skip to the next day now again. Right, this could be a very short video. It's the next day now, so coming into London session of the Wednesday. We are still bearish, so marking out previous session highs. By the way, you see how like quick you can do this. Like, you really can. Like, if you really want to, you could sit. Obviously, when you're first starting, it's not going to be as easy, and you're going to want to familiarize yourself with the software first. But mate, like, within 1 week, you can get a fair few years of data across different pairs as well. I know that, like, in my first weekend of knowing this model, I backtested 2 years in a few days, just because I wanted to get it done quick. I knew the strategy worked, so it was more just getting the data just for a bit more extra proof. But yeah, this is just simple stuff, really. This is like how you're backtesting, how you want to, what you want to track. So we've had our sweep there, first candle in line with our bias. We came and faked up there. Now we're just waiting for a breaker structure to the downside, to a fractal. Which we don't get. So now, marking out previous session high again, coming into New York. Great. No trade again. Again, like, you got to be patient in backtesting. If you can't be patient in backtesting, then you're gonna be fucked in the live markets, because you can't just play out a whole day like that. Like, that is a whole day. So here, most recent 4-hour break, boom. Like, all these lines are on here. Like, it looks a bit shit, but here to the upside. So now we're bullish, which means we might get a trade now. Coming into London session here, we're marking out previous session lows. So let's see, boom, swept. First candle in line with our bias, initiates the fake out zone. It looks like we didn't get a fake out, which means that we probably got a 15-minute break, which is exactly what we did get. 15-minute breaker structure, which means that we don't need to wait for a fake out, as the 15-minute holds way more power than the 5. So, not way more, but it holds more. So now, entry on the 618, stop loss at the 1.025, targeting a fixed 3 risk to reward. Let's see if this even comes back and taps in. Hopefully not too quick, as I can't enter. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Finally, a trade. Right, so I'll buy. Obviously, in the free version, you are going to have to be a bit careful, because at least like when you're on the paid and you can set price limits, what you'll do is you can spam through it because it will just click in. But there, then 3R, boom, play price out. Stop loss again. This is not a good show for my data. But, oh wait, shit. But what day is this? So, Thursday the 5th. Thursday, 0503-226. What session? London. LDN, Euro USD, long again, Al again, -1, R, -2R. Obviously, I'm not showing you the strategy right here. I'm just showing you how to backtest. Like, there we go, -2. We loved that game. But again, with my strategy being fixed 1 to 3, all I need is one win now and I'd be up 1R. So again, like that was London session, so we can still come into New York, marking out London session lows right here as we're still bullish. So we've had our first candle in line with our bias there. Now we faked out. We're just waiting for a breaker structure to the upside to a fractal, which we get there. So now we're dragging the fib from the low, the sweep, to the high after the break. Entries on the 618. Stop loss on the 1.025, targeting 3R. The thing is, you want to be choosing your strategy very carefully as well. You want something which is very you want something that what you're doing now backtesting is exactly the same live. So with this strategy being something where I use a fib, so I use a fixed level in conjunction to the size of the move every single time. It keeps it fixed, so exactly the same as what I'm doing now will be what I'm doing live. Which is also beneficial for when you're backtesting, because it's like you're not looking for certain stuff. Like obviously you're looking for certain stuff, but you're not trying to find something, you just let it happen. Like I say, you extend the fib with price. Extend fib with price. Coming close to latest trade time. We're actually in there, but again, we're in there, but because I'm using the free version right now, I couldn't use a limit. So should be in right now. Let's play price out. Oh, if it comes back down again, I'm in. Right, fuck, no, I need it to be under. Fucking hell, there we go. Wow, I should have got in there. So P&L wise, I'm not in, but we're in. Tapped in, hit the fixed free risk to reward TP. So what is this? Thursday, it's the same day. We're gonna just copy that shit, put that there, boom. New York, long, win, 3R. Now we're up 1R. So just like that, boom. Right, we'll go on to Friday now, last day of the week. I'm just doing a quick week. This is literally just to show you a little bit of how to backtest and I guess a little bit of the strategy I use. So next day now, for last day of the week, Friday, we'll check the 4 hour for the bias in case it changed. Because like you've seen that it changed midweek. Again, bias and shit doesn't really apply to this. Because again, I'm just showing you how to backtest. If it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna fucking cry. There we go. Right, please. There we go. 4 hour. 4 hour. Most recent break to a fractal is still bullish. Right, so we're next day now. Bias hasn't changed. We're still bullish, so we're marking out London session lows right here. Wait for them to get swept. Boom. Sweep there. Waiting for the first candle in line with our bias. So bullish in this example. There we go. Bullish. Then we came and faked there. Now we're just waiting for a breaker structure to the upside to a fractal. Didn't happen there, so now we're marking out London session lows. We'll check bias again quick, just in case it did change, because that is a big move down. Nope, still bullish. So we're waiting for London session low sweep, which we get right here. First candle in line with our bias, fake out. Now we're just waiting for a breaker structure to the upside to a fractal, which we get here. At this point, we're dragging our fib from the low of the sweep to the high after the break. And this reached our latest trade time with no fill, so. And then that's it, latest trade time, no fill, last day of the week, Friday, last session. So that was it. That was a week of testing. You've seen I've gone through that, obviously a bit slower because I'm going through with you, but you can go through that in literally like 10 minutes. literally like 10, 15 minutes you can go through that, smash through it. Obviously when you're learning it's going to be a bit longer and a bit harder, but this is all you need. It's super simple, and you can go through years and months of data just like that. Like you can go through a year in a day easily. You see that? That's a week of data right there. 2 losses, 1 win, up 1 half of the week on that strat right there. So that's how to backtest for free and test your model, test whatever model, and get practice in trading. So that's how you backtest, that's how you journal, that's how you backtest with purpose, not just backtesting for the sake of it. Backtesting, testing out a strategy, collecting data on it for free. Google Docs is free, FX Replay is free. It only gives you 1 month of data though for free. So once you've backtested a month, you either have to restart from the next month and do that whole choose a pair, choose a name, choose an amount. It's like 10 quid a month, so just get that if you need, but you can do it for free, and this is how. So that is how to backtest for free in 2026. If you've got any questions, put them down below. If you need me, message me. I'll see you in the next one, boys. I think there's a vlog out. This will be out after the vlog, but then there's going to be another vlog out, so I'll catch you there. There you go.